Everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all a stock that is about to go insane today and could probably continue on until tomorrow. And we're going to look at the overall market and where we stand at this very moment and what to expect to get you guys better prepared. All right, so let's dive right into it right off the bat. On Thursday morning, I told you guys that the market was going to sell off aggressively. Friday was kind of a little bit of a chop. There was some opportunity. There was one opportunity for a day trade in the middle of the day, but overall it ended up near the same price as on Thursday. All right, now for the SPY itself, that line at the bottom is still there. For the longest time, for those of you who have been watching the channel, I have been telling y'all to watch the overall market for a potential drop to the white line. All right, I've been telling you that since way back here, a month ago, even over here. And then I really emphasize on the possibility of it getting there after the bull trap up here. All right, and right now the situation, big picture, is still bearish. I don't see a reason to go crazy to the long side. I don't see it. Not yet, at least. The market is not indicating any signs of a bounce. It's a very slow drip down. Now, how fast is it going to get to that level? And if it gets to that level, will we see a bounce? I'm not sure if we're gonna see a dramatic bounce, maybe a dead cat bounce, but I think that gap get filled today. I really think that it's gonna get filled today. The market is only down 0.32%, and if it gets there, it would be negative 1.4% for the SPY, which would probably be negative 1.7% for the Nasdaq, right? And we've seen that kind of drop before. It's not impossible for it to do that in one day, so I do expect it to get there today. All right, maybe by noonish. And if it really wants to take a sweet time getting there, then buy the close. And then the next day would kind of be a surprise. All right, so watch for that for a drop today. And I say that also because, as I mentioned before, we got to talk about VIX. As I mentioned before, for those of you who have been following the channel, this is a fear indicator, the VIX. And one has to follow the other. If one is too high in one direction, the other one has to, well, if one is too high in the other direction and the other one isn't moving that greatly, one of them has to catch the other. And the VIX right now is up by 6%, I think. This is 6%. Yeah, 5.5%. And everything else is only down by negative 0.4. Which means I really think that the indices gotta catch up. And in order for them to catch up, they have to drop massively. So again, that's another reason why I think that gap is gonna get filled today. And looking at it now, I'm gonna clean up the chart a little bit. All right, now what do we have here? We have that alert at 1820, that's gonna break. That level right here, there's some shorts right there, and these individuals will panic. And the next level to watch is for a move all the way up to 21. Will we get to 21 today? I would be shocked. I will be very surprised. I would be surprised. All right, but it's not. It's something that I'm looking forward to, a move to the VIX. I don't even know how fast it's gonna get there. So that's all I can tell you right now. All right, that's what you're gonna have to work with. Now let's look at some stocks. Now the first stock that we're gonna look at, the stock is AMD once again. All right, and in Thursday's video, I told you guys that I was shorts on AMD and that I covered AMD, but right now it's not looking like it wants to bounce, in my opinion. I have that green circle at the bottom right here because I do think that it's gonna get there, and I think it might get there today, especially if everything starts selling off again. So what I want you to do, I want you to set an alert right here at $95, because if that alert rings, all of these dip buyers right here, there's some dip buyers here, and then there's some dip buyers here, and then there's some dip buyers here, who were hoping for a very strong move up, like a strong opening higher, they're not gonna get that, right? Their stop loss is here at $95. So the moment it breaks, they're going to be panicked. They're going to be fearful. They're going to sell off, and the pattern is gonna make sense to begin with. And the pattern that I'm talking about is this one right there. It's gonna get to where it's supposed to get anyways, right? But in order for the speed to pick up, these individuals got to get taken out. So set your alerts right at 95.06 and wait for the bell to ring. If you want to be really aggressive and jump out the gates, do so at your own risk. But hey, I like to wait for the bell because that's the way that I trade. It helps me not to think so much. All right. So I'm gonna move that green circle a little more to the right here, right? So if it drops there in 1 day, great. If it takes 2 days, again, it takes 2 days. So that's my thoughts on AMD and why y'all should watch it for a drop. So that's the stock. We got time for a few more. Now, in updates, in the last video, I think I gave you guys Tesla as well. Again, congratulations to y'all for making money on these stocks. Again, I told y'all what was gonna happen, and everything that I said in that video happened. This is Tesla, and Tesla collapsed and filled that gap right here. And y'all remember writing some things. I told you guys, like, this thing is going to get filled at 251, and then on Friday it dropped to 253 first, and then formed a bearish pennant right here and dropped right at noon. And this drop wasn't like a lone wolf. It also dropped with, let's see, Amazon. Yeah, it also dropped with Amazon right here. So there was a bearish pennant on Tesla, Amazon, and lastly, Microsoft. All right, a bearish pennant on all three. So congrats to anybody who was able to catch that and make some money on any one of these three. Where could they go next? Again, I'm bearish on the overall market, so I think we could continue to go lower. Now let's move on to the Chinese stocks and let's see how they're doing. So the Chinese stocks are playing very nasty games. This is very, very messed up. Like, if you don't know how these Chinese stocks behave, you're gonna get hurt, because there are some periods where it does this, where it chops up, it jumps up, and then it gaps down, and then it's probably gonna jump up again and then gap down again, right? It has the tendency to do this. It's very, very annoying. I'm not in China. I'm not in this stock at all. I'm just pointing it out because I'm sure a lot of people are aggravated, right? Again, I told you guys after the move down to take your money off the table, because that's what all of the shorts would do from between this day and this day, all right? And it happened, and eventually it bounced. And right now, it's just got to play a few more games. You just got to piss a few people off more before trying to make another move. I'm assuming higher, all right? It's going to move higher, but it's going to chop for days. The longer it takes, the better the new structure will be. So I'm very patient with the Chinese stocks. All right, so that's my thoughts on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, these videos are released from Monday to Friday, 15 to 20 minutes before the market opens. To have early access to these, become a channel member by clicking on the join button next to the subscribe button and click on morning videos, right? To be part of a private Discord community, we can get all of this information in real time as I see them, along with the details of the trades that I take. You can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media at NGumah and at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, for some free stocks, you can use the third link in the description of the video to sign up with Weibo. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is NGumah with Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.